All right, real quick, I wanted to give a little update, and I'm going to try to do a conclusionary video about the findings that I have on this case here. Okay, that it really bothered me about. I have been really bothered about the last few days. So I did a video. You could check that out a couple of days ago about this 14-year-old girl that was found on Camp Pendleton. Okay, again, there's conflicting reports that she was brought on the base and was raped or sold into the trafficking, okay, by the Marines. Well, according to the news out there in Oceanside, California, okay, that the girl was released back to her family, okay. I ended up getting one of my boys' birthdays back home, whatever, so now that kind of threw me off, all right. Now the San Diego police is going to get into the investigation because, okay, they cannot get into what happened over there on the Marine base because the Marine Corps has got its own police and also uh, Central Intelligence and so forth. But what they can do is they can find out what happened, and I think they will from the time that she ended up being missing, which is her grandmother reported either on the 10th or the 13th, again, conflict reports, and then the time that she ended up on that base. And I think that that's where you're probably going to find out, more than likely find out the truth of what happened, okay? And I think that they will find out. So, I don't know, but I think that the Marines or whatever, okay, this is the Marine, what is it? The Marine law enforcement is hiding something because, again, this looks bad, and it's one of the things where the whole chain of command is going to end up being relieved, okay? For that logistical battalion and so forth, okay? For a girl to be in those barracks, a 14-year-old girl, okay, for at least one night, at least for a day, and nobody knew anything, and that building's secure, and they got charge of quarters and so forth, and the staff duty, okay, that checks on the charge of quarters, all right? So yeah, they're going to cover it up, all right, because those are people's asses or people's careers at stake, all right? But you know what I'm going to do? Over here in Las Vegas, where I reside, we have an Air Force over here. I see some Marines. I think they come over here and they do this red horse training. And when I go to the gym and go work out, I'm going to go, or when I'm at the base exchange, I'm going to go to a couple of these Marines and I'm going to talk to them. And I'm going to find out what happened over there at that base. Trust and believe, okay? And I'm going to bring out the truth. I think that I have some clues and so forth, okay? But let me leave you with this. And more than likely, okay, people are going to assume this happened. That there's been other allegations, whatever, that happened over there on that base where the Marines were doing things like transporting drugs or whatever from Tijuana, all right, and trafficking. Okay, there's two different incidents of trafficking from Marines, okay, to and fro Mexico. All right, this ain't what I'm saying. This is what the news is saying. I know that there's a few incidents and all that stuff where they had domestic violence, where there was a Marine that killed a girl or whatever, okay, and the girl was missing for damn near a year, but I digress, okay? I mean, not to take away for what happened and so forth, all right, but I'm just talking about, like, the trafficking, okay? So maybe many people are probably going to assume that this is what happened, all right? But again, I do know that some young girls, they do, okay, get persuaded, or some of those soldiers, they do try to talk to some of those young girls or whatever, okay, for whatever motive, all right, more than likely whatever is to get laid and that type of stuff, okay? So I would encourage your daughters, okay, and maybe some cases sons, If they're probably under 18, I'm thinking unless they're going to probably marry, maybe of age, and they're maybe 117, for example, and the guy's 18 and he's going to get in and that type of thing, unless they're probably going to marry or they have a backup plan or something like that. Okay, family system, if she ends up getting pregnant, is to stay away from them doggone Marines, okay, or from these soldiers. Now, that's the update, all right, that they were returned back to the family. Okay, so it'd be interesting to find out what the San Diego police could find. All right. Let me know what you think about the video, and I'm gonna double up on this video here in the near future.